afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for January 25th, 2021, Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Let's see if we're not supposed to be interrupted today, so let's see if that's the case. As some of you know, that we've had some interesting interruptions going on, but I think we might have it taken care of. Some of us, if we can, to detach from our desires. We have a big list of daily desires that might need to be temporarily ignored for each of us to liberate the ego from this constant head-chattering circus. Enlightenment is a game of letting go of every idea of who we are and who we are not. Freedom becomes quickly available to you when you stop the mind and surrender to the wonderful stillness and silence behind your every heartbeat. Some days you may notice that you feel happy, sad, rich, or poor. Your job is to recognize these parts and accept them, yet not take any one part too personally. There is much more in life to be gained by learning how to truly let everything go. Not easy for some, but through practice, eventually we can master that, so that we, with ease, are able to let go. Just surrender. One visualization that might help is where you picture yourself with absolutely no material value, nothing, just the clothes on your back, standing in an area where there is nothing. So you're not connected to anybody, anything, anywhere where you stand. It could be out in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the rainforest. It could be anywhere. So that, and then view and feel how that is, and you'll be amazed. Some of you have experienced the fact that where you may have lost everything, and actually you felt pretty good. In fact, you felt really good. And when people experience that, they have a better understanding of what it means to surrender and let go. When one loses everything, or so supposedly, it's kind of an illusion. But when you lose everything material, the majority of the fun is replacing it. Because everything that we have, we just use it temporarily. So we enjoy it, and then eventually we leave. So it's a different breed of cat, totally different breed of cat. It's all about each of us discovering, because we're kind of like, I guess you could call yourself a discoverer, how do you put it? I guess the best way to put it is that discovery, you're experiencing and constantly discovering through this life. And the whole thing is discovering who and what you are. You know, the God that you are, literally. and what you're here, why you're here, what you're doing here, and what's your purpose. Many people have an issue about they don't understand, why am I here? What am I doing here? Why am I experiencing all this? And understanding that it's not coming from outside. It's not coming outside of yourself. It's coming from inside. We are creating for ourselves everything. But the key is that we don't know this. We're not consciously aware of it. And when we do become consciously aware, we're not sure. We have doubt, or maybe even some fear thrown in there. So we're usually, the ego mind gets in an argument with us, and, you have that feeling where it comes in through the heart and it says, oh, this is silly to be concentrating, or even to be thinking about this. It's just silly. So, you kind of begin to realize that, okay, so I have my ego and I have my mind, and my ego and mind, which I've become so used to, is trying to run me, is to guide me and direct me. And when you're not aware of this, when we don't have the clarity or the conscious awareness that that's what's happening, then that's what we do. We go through the mind's direction and the ego's direction on what they want. And, unfortunately for us, the ego, and we all have one, we all experience it at different levels, different impacts. When we understand that we are here to surrender to ourselves and enjoy this life, the only way that we're going to be able to enjoy this life is by letting go. And I know to a lot of people that sounds just absolutely crazy, but it is the truth. It's what we either choose to do it or we don't. So either choose to let go or to hang on. A lot of people will just hang on because that's all they know. That's pretty much. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that to become consciously aware, that's what we choose. We choose to do certain things consciously. In other situations, we are, how do you put it, unconscious, pretty much. And we just go to the direction of the ego or the mind. And it just directs us. It's not like we're aware of it, because in most cases we're not. But we follow it. And that's one of the most important things, is to detach from our desires, which then the ego doesn't have the amount of power that it once did once you literally let go of your desires. That's just how it works. And we become the masters. And being a master has nothing to do with the ego. It has everything to do with surrendering and letting go. So when you let go, and I mean everything, it doesn't mean you're losing anything. It just means that you're not attached to it. So when you're not attached to it, it's freeing. You free yourself. You don't worry, stress, or fear about it anymore. You enjoy it, but you don't hold on to it. Because what happens when you do that, you start to suffer. The worry, the stress, the fear come in, and it starts to work on you. It works on all of us. And have you ever noticed that the more that you believe you have, the more you suffer? You can ask anybody who has had nothing and then a lot, and they'll tell you that it feels heavy. It feels burdensome to have a lot. And a lot of people think if they have a lot, that then they're going to be free. But in actuality, they become more burdened with things. So it's not like we're saying that, just be a pauper and just don't have anything. No, it's quite the opposite. Enjoy everything, but don't be attached to it. That's why when you let go of your desires for a bit, just for a little bit, let go of those desires, so you understand that. And this is a reversal. The way it happens is that when you let go is when you start to receive. It's constricting to some people to view it that way. That doesn't make sense. And the ego says that doesn't make sense. You let go, and then that's when it comes. That just doesn't, I don't understand that. It's because we don't understand how omnipotently powerful we are, because we already have it. And once you move yourself into that understanding, and only you can do it, nothing outside is going to force you to do it. But when you do get there, because you will get there, then you'll understand is that you already have everything. But you won't receive it because of the fact that you fight it through the ego mind, which means that you're attached and through expectations and attachments. So when you let go of everything, and you practice that, and you have the faith and the confidence through the heart mind that the universe it's going to deliver it. It will deliver every single thing. Everything. And people say, well, how do you do that? You do it by letting go. Not superficially, not through the ego mind, because you can tell if it's the ego mind or the heart mind. One of the two. You'll know it. You'll know the feeling, the frequency. You'll know if you start to focus and be consciously aware of it, you'll know it, you'll feel it. So when you deliver it through the heart mind and you surrender, you let go, then what happens is that the unit, then you send out a request or a desire or a want, but you don't have attached, you don't have expectations of it. So you send it out to the universe, and that's it. You don't do anything else. And you just relax, and you keep moving forward. And it will deliver every single time. But when you have the expectations, that's attached to the ego and the mind. So when you start expecting or looking for, then what do you think happens? You start to suffer. You begin to suffer. You get worried. You get irritated. You get hurried, disappointed. All those things come in, and none of us are exempt from it because we've all experienced it more than once. So when you genuinely can let go, and you're not attached, you have no expectations to these things, and you've let go of your desires, and you finally begin to realize is that you're just going with the flow of the naturality of the universe. And the universe is there to give you what you want, everything you want. And the reason that so many of us we come short of that is because the ego mind is running us, it's directing us. Okay? And we become immersed into the ego mind, which then dictates to the heart mind. Okay? That's why so many of us start to worry and we fear and we stress, and then we get into a hurry, and then we, wonder why and how come this isn't happening. It's every single time. So it seems simple. It seems simple to us. Well, that seems pretty simple. It's not a big deal. I can do that. But it's tricky. is tricky because we've all been in the habit of expecting and attaching every single time. And when you get into that, it's like anything. You get used to doing that, and it's just like run-of-the-mill. That's what we do. And then it seems very uncomfortable for us to do anything else. In other words, to let go and not have fear attached to it. And surrender and not have fear attached to it. And just let it all go, genuinely. So in this meditation, view that. Because you're going to step outside of your ego mind, and you're going to be able to view it. You're not judging, and you're not participating. You're just viewing it, so that you can see from a different angle and perspective just how it operates. And then you can literally, when you leave the mind and the ego, and you move into the now, that's when you let go. That's when you surrender. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is to relax our bodies. And our bodies, when you start having an intimate relationship with your body, you'll start to understand the frequencies of it. And you understand the communication between you and your body. So it's like eventually you'll be able to just say, okay, body, let's relax. And you'll relax. Genuinely, not superficially. So it's imperative for us to, in our own way, to begin to understand the synergy that we can really create between our bodies and ourselves. So the body relaxes from head to toe. How does it relax? You let go of the stress. And the stress involves, we all have a degree of stress, all of us. Many don't even know it. But you let go. That's why I say, unbunch your shoulders. Relax the face. Ease the body from head to toe. Anything you're carrying, any emotional stress factors such as worry, fear, anger, disappointment, hurriedness, envy, judgment, all of these things, let them go. Because you know deep within your heart mind and the God that you are, it doesn't serve you any good at all. None of us. So we consciously release it. We just let it go. And the body loves you for that. When you do that, no guilt for being relaxed, no stress, no worry. You're just being. So you relax the body from head to toe, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the wave. You'll feel the warm wave come over you in every cell in your body as it just releases, it relaxes. And as you do that, you move into the now. And the now is what we have. The now takes us out of the ego mind so that we can watch it from outside of it and not be in it. And that's what it does. It stills the ego and the mind. As long as you're in the now, you're not in the ego mind. Okay? That's why we're so enticed at times. We're kind of pulled off in this direction, that direction, with thoughts. So in the now, the space between heartbeats, it's the moment to moment that we focus on. Could be anything. Doesn't have to be huge or involved. It could be you're clipping your toenails, but you're in the moment. Say. That's what's important. In the moment. Now, some of us, we'll go in the past because we reminisce. We reminisce in the past. So we may go into the past and kind of go over some things that we remember, and it's kind of like nostalgia. But then we leave. We don't stay there. And then eventually what happens is that some of us stay there too long, and then we will take that past bring it into a future that doesn't exist, and we will create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. That's why a lot of people will say, why do I keep getting connected with these different instances in my life, but I keep repeating them in different ways? Why is that? Because that's what you did. You brought the past into a future that didn't exist. You created the future out of that past, and you relived the past in that future. So, also, some of us will go into the future that doesn't exist. And how do you do that? Well, you start saying, when am I going to meet this person? Or when am I going to have this? And when is this going to happen? And what if this happens? And what if that happens? And some of us get caught up into that, and we're there a lot. And there's the now, sitting there by itself. But when you come full circle, you'll realize the only place to be is the now. So when you are in the now, how do you stay in the now? Because we got all these thoughts coming at us, right, that pull us away. We use our breath. And the breath, as soon as you're consciously aware that you're kind of quaffing off, these thoughts are taking you away out of the now, you focus on your breath and you're in the now. Whenever you focus on your breath, you're in the now. You move yourself outside the ego mind. You're in the now. It's very powerful. And you practice that. We take our breath for granted. We just look at it as a breath as you breathe. But it's very powerful. It's more than just breath. It focuses us, it relaxes us, it calms us, it centers us, it strengthens us. It does many things. And it sustains the vessel that houses the kingdom of God within it. How can it not be anything but divine positive energy? So when you view your breath from that perspective, and you focus on your breath, you're always in the now. Every time you're focusing on the breath, you're in the now. You're stilling the mind and the ego. You're outside of them. It's very motivational for us to understand this and comprehend it, and to practice it. So as we are in the now, and as we are focused on our breath to keep us in the now, and we relax the body, then we see our bodies and we see ourselves seated, relaxed. And we view through the center of our bodies, and we see all these colored wheels of light. They're all different flowers with different geometrical shapes inside of each and every one of them. Okay? These are energy. So these are energy vortexes, wheels of light, chakras. And right through the center of our bodies flows, through these chakras, our God force, love, light, energy, our chi, our prana, our ki. And sometimes it gets blocked. So we view this, and we take our divine positive energy, our breath, and we blend it with the God force, love, light, energy. And we start to move this energy all the way to the top of our heads. And we start with the red wheel of light, the Muladhara. And this is the root chakra. And it deals with our survival. And it is blocked by our fear. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This deals with our pleasure, and it is blocked by our guilt. And then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This deals with our willpower, and it is blocked by our shame. And then we move to the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is the emerald green wheel of light. It deals with love, our love, and it is blocked by our grief. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, and this deals with our truth, and it is blocked by our lies. And we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This deals with our insight, and it is blocked by our illusion. And then we move to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This deals with cosmic energy, and it is blocked by our ego attachment. So we've moved these energies all the way to the top of our heads, and we compress them briefly. We are light, we are love, we are. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into pure liquid energy, and we release it over our pineal gland. Now, you can view your pineal gland any way you see it through your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as a rosebud, green ball. When I release this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it immediately expands and it goes into a full bloomed rose, massive with multicolored petals, sending off a shimmering energy and a beautiful fragrance, and it is complete contentment and peace. It's absolutely perfect. It connects me to all the particles of existence. Everything and everything, nothing and nothing. Astral plane, spiritual plane, all of it. It's an important organ in our body. So when we do this, we are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. This is important to repeat this and repeat it 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 and repeat it. Eventually, we begin to realize that we are. And the ego mind will stop fighting that you're not. We're also consciously aware that this body that we're in, our heart mind, our ego mind, our subconscious mind, our spirit, our soul, our higher self, pure consciousness, the God, all one. So when we walk this planet, we are literally heaven on earth. We are literally heaven on earth. Every step we take consciously, we are creating paradise. And we are learning to shine the light deep within our core, our God force, love, light, energy, everywhere, outward, flooding all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, is everywhere. So in reality, this planet will glow. A God planet glowing, all of us heaven on earth, every step we take creating paradise. Feel that in your heart mind. Feel it. See it. This is where we are ascending. We have other aspects of us, other facets of us. We're always learning and teaching each other, always, creating. So we have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. We learn and teach, reflect. See, archangels, their civilization vibrates at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. And we meet them in this life. We all have. Sometimes we recognize it, but not during the interaction, after. And they always have a message, and the message is always uplifting. And it's always directed in certain ways, approached in different ways, but isn't it absolutely spectacular to be alive in these bodies? It's wonderful, isn't it? And then a little bit of the bliss which is within you, just a bit of it, bubbles to the surface. Thousands can surround any one of us at any one time. That's blissful. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. The ascended masters have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical form to master physical form by creating our experiences in physical form to perfect our creation. And at the same time, if we choose, we begin to discover who and what we are, till we discover that we are the light, and we are the God, and we do not follow a tunnel of So when you leave the body, when you decide to leave the body, you are not going to follow a tunnel of light. You're going to know that you are the light. Now, we call out to other parts of the collective consciousness, which are facets and different aspects of all of us, and all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, and the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. They come in the Googleplexes. One Googleplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of Googleplexes from every direction, and they consciously are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all these civilizations, and again, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are consciously with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, from everywhere, all existences. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light, and the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And the higher and higher and higher frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. Now, we're only familiar with just a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day, and trillions travel throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. And in uncountable numbers, they are consciously with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are consciously with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, and this meditation, forming the circle of light, full liberation of this planet into higher frequencies. Now, they come in the trillions of shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen before. And we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, the trolls, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, wood, ether, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are consciously with us now, in the highest of vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. Only those who are can be in this meditation. Lower frequencies can't be in this meditation because they can't sustain their frequency in higher frequencies. Their low frequency will shatter. They will be no more. So we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand. Our God's one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity. And we're all one, and we're all love, and we're all God. And our God force love light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, and this meditation. This light is the God within each and every single one of us. It saturates and floods all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, head to toe, inside and out. See it as your heart, mind's motion picture. Feel it. This vibratory frequency of perfect harmony, flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universes, eternally. This circle of light is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. We take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system, even come close to its radiance. And we begin to levitate, to ascend above the planet as this circle of light. As we do, we're met with a massive ocean of glitter. And when we look closely, of trillions of different vibrant colored lights flashing, reflecting everywhere, we see these mirrors. And the mirrors are reflecting all of us gathered in this meditation, in this now. Completely. all learning and teaching each other, all different parts of each other. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light. It reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside, we are reminded that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor that is absolutely impenetrable from any external force, power, illusion, anything. It cannot be harmed. We are protected 24/7. But only you have the power that, whether consciously or unconsciously, if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough through hatred and anger, through fear, frustration, greed, envy, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flowing in. And if you do decide to do this, you are met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance and send them to pure consciousness, and they're gone permanently. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony of higher vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds each and every one of us that we are the sunlight, the sun. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the trees and the forests. We are the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, and the streams. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the snow. We are the animals. We are everything. So the next time you're in awe of a sunset or a sunrise, or in awe of any of the beauty, you're actually in awe of you, because you are the beauty. We continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical form. If we're carrying physical form, we float effortlessly above it. We come across a massive crystalline light tower, of which we created. It's larger than this solar system. In the center of the column is an oblong sphere with a golden white shimmering light in the center and multiple colored lights shimmering, circling it. And they're all sending out waves of mist, sparkling, saturating us. The golden white light is gratitude and love. The rest of them are gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, and bliss, and joy, and peace, well-being, great wealth, abundance, prosperity. It's endless. And they're all reflections of us and that which is housed in these bodies, kingdom of God. At the top of the crystalline light tower, we designed it so that The golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees eternally, as it does, as it continues, and flood, saturate, and bathe each and every one of us, eternally, with the purest, deepest, eternal love and gratitude, the highest of the highest high frequencies. We, all of us, are drops of this golden ocean. We house the essence of this ocean in the drops. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,200 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Again, flooding all of us, saturating us from head to toe, inside and out, in total, deep, eternal love and gratitude. The highest of the highest of the highest intent and frequency. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. It never ends. It continues to expand. All of us gathered on and off world, hundreds of millions of us, concentrating on this meditation and the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. It's absolutely spectacular. It's magna glorious. It cannot not be. Feel this in your heart minds. Experience it outside of the ego mind. And let go of the desires for a period of time and detach. Have no attachments, no expectations. And then watch the universe do its thing. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. take an easy breath in through the nose. Easy breath in, out through the mouth. Feel the frequencies and the energies through your heart mind in the now, that you have no attachments, no desires, no expectations. And see the universe delivering anything you desire. You send the intention with no attachments, no expectations, and let it go. And watch what happens. You leave it alone, you move forward. Through the heart mind. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and following morning. And we will return here January 26, 2021, Tuesday, to continue our global guided meditation call.